I'm Brandie Yates, and joining me for this interview is Cherie Wisdom, Meridian Senior Center Coordinator. Cherie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Brandie.
So we're winding down Older Americans Month, which is in May, and then we're looking ahead to National Senior Center Month in September. What ways is the Meridian Senior Center and you specifically celebrating older Americans and what you offer at the Senior Center?
Okay, well, the theme for this year's Older Americans Month is Communities of Strength. And so we always, but especially during COVID, are really trying to provide resources for our seniors on how they can strengthen their communities, strengthen the lifestyle that they want to live in retirement. So we are providing resources for them. As always, we are providing educational programs for them. And then through COVID, of course, we have gone a little above and beyond all that as well.
And speaking of COVID, I know it's been a very strange, difficult year. Senior Center has been closed to the public and to members during this pandemic. But I know you have boosted online programs, which may seem strange to people that maybe older residents aren't very tech savvy, but I think that's not the case. And I think you found that many people are really active. Can you tell us about those programs and your membership's response?
Well, I'm really happy to hear you say that, because the fact that seniors aren't tech savvy really feeds into ageism, which is not the case. And our seniors and our members have proven that they are just as tech savvy as we are. And most of them have faced the same challenges as the rest of us with going over to the virtual world. Some things that we did do is we put out tutorial videos. We had a tutorial video made that we put out to all of our members that they could watch on how to use Zoom, which was the same stuff we had to go through with learning it because we weren't using it ourselves. We also put out something in writing for those members who weren't quite online yet, so they could get direction on how to use Zoom, but not only online, but also by calling in. So, as you know, for Zoom, you can call in or you can do it online. So we gave directions for both. And we also shared like really good YouTube videos that we might have seen for people to get online. So really that was part of what we have done for Older Americans Month for Communities of Strength, is like bringing everyone still together when we're supposed to be apart.
Right.
And it's been more successful than I expected.
So yeah, you're embracing the technology change. Like you said, we've never used Zoom prior to this, so everyone was learning from scratch.
Everyone.
So what programs were you doing on Zoom? And I know you had some fitness classes. You had like almost all your same curriculum all online.
We pretty much, within about 2 weeks of closing, so I think our last day open was March 12th, maybe March 14th, something like that. Within 2 weeks, we had our yoga classes up and online. Right after that, we started getting our jazzercise out. It wasn't like a live instruction, but it was a video instruction. And then within weeks after that, we started partnering with lots of organizations, museums throughout the country to provide educational programs to our members.
That is the fantastic thing about online. You can go places that you would never be able to go typically.
Yeah, we've been able to offer some really, really interesting programs throughout this. But in addition to being able to offer interesting programs throughout it, we've also reached members that we weren't meeting or reaching when we were meeting in person. So maybe they live in an assisted facility or they don't have transportation. They're members that have always been loyal to us, paid their dues for years and years and couldn't participate, and now they're able to participate. So that has been extremely rewarding.
And then a shout out to your instructors, because they had to change how they did these programs because it's all online.
Definitely a big shout out to my instructors. They have been amazing through this whole thing. And even when, myself or my staff couldn't have like contact with them on a regular basis, especially like through face-to-face Zoom type things, they were. We did do phone calls at the beginning, but as it went on.
Can you go a little bit more in detail about the phone calls? You were doing wellness checks with people, correct?
That's right. Yep. So we were doing at the beginning of COVID, we started reaching out and calling all of our members and doing wellness checks finding out if they had email addresses, because we knew if we were working from home, the easiest way for us to contact people would be via email. We got everyone's email address who had an email or a family member with an email to keep them informed on what's going on. We connected them to resources, either like testing sites, Meridian Township, the stuff that you guys were doing, food banks, the Meals on Wheels program here at the senior center, grocery delivery. I know I'm missing some things, but we were just anything, if we would call and somebody had a need, we were fulfilling it. So and just to give you a couple examples, through the wellness calls, we just so happened one person had happened to fall when we called.
No.
So we had the police officers go over and help them for that. We had somebody else who needed a prescription picked up. We were able to get that taken care of for them. So, you know, little things did come up where they needed us. And even though we weren't in the office, we checked our voicemails every day so everyone knew that they could call. And really, you know, our biggest goal, besides making sure our members had everything that they need, was to make sure they were having a connection with somebody, you know, and that they weren't isolated through this pandemic.
Did you get a response from your members? Are they happy with the online programs and the wellness checks and maybe even family members of members?
Yeah, actually, we've gotten a lot of feedback. We've shared some of them on our website, actually, if anybody would like to check them out. So yeah, we have gotten quite a bit of feedback. Most of the time we don't get so fortunate to get it in writing, although I do appreciate it when we do, but a lot of phone calls, or we'll be on a Zoom meeting with our members and they'll talk about, you know, how much they really appreciate what we're doing for them and how it's kept them engaged and, you know, something to look forward to the day. And, you know, just like really for the rest of us, you know, just, you know, some sort of normalcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connection. All right. Well, I mean, hopefully, if everything goes well, the pandemic is winding down and we can get back to kind of normal operations in the future. What is the senior center doing to prepare? You mentioned possibly doing a soft opening, but maybe members only. Tell us a little bit about how you are working through that.
Right. So we're following the CDC guidelines, and right now, and you know what's going on with the school and the community in general. So we are going to be slowly opening up new programs, you know, every month, maybe every 2 weeks, depending on how the pace goes of the cases coming down and vaccination rates going up. So we are really looking forward to getting back to a complete normal operations. Well, again, I don't want to say completely normal. It will be new. We'll be offering hybrid stuff when we do fully open. So we will still be able to reach those members that can't get back in, but at least people have a choice. They can do it from home. They can join us and participate from home, or they can participate in person.
And that's not, you're not technically open to the public by any means, right? Can you specify what that maybe soft opening, slow opening may look like?
We're really inching towards adding more and more stuff each month throughout the summer, and my fingers are crossed that all goes in our favor, that will be in the fall, maybe just right in time for Senior Center Month. You know, we can have a grand opening, would be wonderful, but obviously we'll be playing it by ear, and we want to make sure all of our members and our residents of our community are safe.
So you do have a new courtyard in the recent couple of years. Have you planned any outside events or things that may come up that, I mean, as the weather gets nicer?
Yes, yeah. So we will be having some outdoor events. Definitely keep a lookout for that. We'll be posting them on our Facebook page, our web page. It'll go out in our newsletter. We'll probably have it out on our sign right at the end of the road as well. And actually we have had members come out and walk our path on our courtyard with the closing even. So that has been nice to see. You know, we'll have a few ladies come in and do a couple laps, and they're probably walking farther than that, I'm sure, but that's been nice to see. So the courtyard has actually still gotten used some.
Okay, good. Well, Cherie, I just want to say thank you for all that you do with the community. Are you taking memberships? Can people become a member still, or is it kind of reserved right now? I want to make sure you have the opportunity to talk about memberships.
Oh, thanks, I appreciate it. So anybody that was a member back in 2020, we just extended their membership. And we are now going to be sending out membership forms for 2021 for June, starting in June. So they'll be going out actually the end of this month. So yes, you can still join. We are doing it prorated for half a year. So you'll pay half the amount for half the year, and then you'll pay the full amount again in December for January of 2022, which can you believe is almost like 6 months away?
Crazy.
I know. But yes, you still can join. And honestly, even through COVID, we still got 27 new members.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened, but I was really excited about it. And so, yes, you can definitely still join. Or if you're just not prepared to join right now, you just kind of want to see what we do and we offer, we'd be happy to mail you a newsletter. And you always can go online and look at us on our website.
And just to clarify, for people who don't know about the Meridian Senior Center, you said people can try stuff without being a member, but is it most things membership only, or is anything open to the public? Just I know things aren't planned right now for COVID, but just in general for people.
In general.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in general, I'm a try before you buy type person. So hey, if you want to come in for a day and check out the senior center, or there's a particular activity that you are interested in the senior center and you want to check it out before you decide to join, I'm all about that. I think the environment, the people we have coming here, and the quality of our programs speak for themselves, and hopefully you'll want to join after you come.
All right. Anything else you want to say, Cherie, just about working through the pandemic, or your incredible staff members, instructors? Anything you want to say?
I couldn't have done this at all without our incredible staff, my incredible instructors, and the volunteers that stuck throughout all of this. Like, we've needed every bit of everything that everyone's provided for us, and I am super thankful. And I'm thankful to our members who have been patient with us.
Well, good to know. Well, thank you so much, Cherie. We'll keep an eye out. I'm sure we'll, whenever you do have a grand reopening, we'll be there, and looking forward to it. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again this summer, and then obviously for National Senior Center Month. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandie.
And thank you for watching.